Okay. In Hosturg, India, a 21-year-old queer student dies in Goa. Homophobia triggered her suicide, said friends. Roughly a month before her death by hanging, Anjana Harish, a 21-year-old openly bisexual student, posted a video to Facebook detailing the abuse she suffered from her family in an attempt to, quote, cure her bisexuality. She described solitary confinement in a cell at a mental health center under the guise of conversion therapy and the dizzying side effects of the medication she was made to take. Her friends point to the pervasive homophobia in her household as a major factor in her death.
Jesus Christ. Wait, Shubham, this is what you'd have to deal with as well.
Yeah, she had it a lot worse because they actively went for conversion therapy. I mean, in my case, it was kind of the case because the psychologist I had to go to was like shit and stuff and made me feel bad about myself. But yeah, she actually had to go to like all the quacks and everyone for conversion therapy. And my family also believes that cure me and some things, but I think she had it worse than me. I would say.
But is this what? Is this a cultural problem in India, or is it a religious problem?
Okay,
is it
right.
unique?
Right. Okay, so it's actually a bit long. First of all, like homosexuality was officially criminalized during the colonial times because of Christianity and stuff. It was once decriminalized back in 2009 in India. But then again, they retracted the statement in 2012. So everyone who came out suddenly became criminals after 3 years.
Sorry, what is it about colonial attitude? What you're saying this is because what?
I mean, during the colonial times, the British, they imposed the ban, like the Indian Penal Code, they made it so that homosexuality is illegal. I mean, they don't mention homosexuality, they mention unnatural sex, like anything like anal sex or oral sex or stuff like that.
Right.
So considered as unnatural.
So this is one thing that the Hindu apologists are correct about. Like we usually don't say this on this channel, but the Islamic Empire and the British Empire are responsible for spreading this type of intolerance more than Hinduism.
No. They are wrong about it. Yeah, I would say no, because so I'm coming to the Hinduism part a bit later. Okay, so it's true that the Muslim period and the British period, they really imposed homophobia in the society, and that's still continuing to this day. But in Hinduism, there are lots of homophobic verses. Okay, and I mean, yes, there are like Hinduism does recognize more than two genders and stuff and everything. That's fine. But when it comes to homosexuality, they're just mentioned in stories. They're just condoned, like in some stories. From all we know is that homosexuality was recognized by Indians, by Hindus back in the day, but it was not approved of. Okay,
okay. So we do have some homophobic content in Hinduism, right? But they're never that influential in making Hindus homophobic. I mean, even though it's there, we could say the main source of India becoming so homophobic was because of the Islamic Empire's influence and the British Empire's influence. That would be fair to say. I'm just trying to be fair to
them. I think that is possible because I mean I'm not a historian. I just do it as hobbies and stuff. But from what I see in this Indian society today, like assuming it was similar back in the day, people just don't recognize it. People just think, oh yeah, it's not possible. It's completely unnatural, not at all possible and stuff. And so I mean it's probably during the Mughal and British times when they think, oh okay, this happens, but this is bullshit, we need to criminalize it, we need to punish people for this and stuff. I think it is possible, but I wanted to say like there are verses in Hindu texts which are like really, really homophobic. For example, I want to mention two verses from Manusmriti.
Mhm.
Okay, so Manusmriti is like kind of the Sharia of Hinduism. Okay, and the okay, so just let me mention it's Manusmriti chapter 8, verse 369. A damsel who pollutes another damsel must be fined 200 panas, pay the double of her nuptial fee, and receive 10 lashes with a rod. And
Wait,
the
what's a
next
dam? What's the a what? A dam?
damsel,
What's that?
damsel
Oh,
it
that.
means a virgin unmarried woman
Oh,
who pollutes another virgin unmarried woman.
oh. So this is an anti-adultery.
And it's anti-lesbian.
Oh, it's
Homosexuality.
anti-lesbian.
Yeah, both are
Okay.
unmarried, and the
Right.
next verse is for if the one who pollutes is a woman, like she's not a damsel, not a young unmarried virgin woman, I guess. And it's for her it says, but a woman who pollutes a damsel shall instantly have her head shaved or two fingers cut off and be made to ride throughout the town on a donkey.
Wait, or that seems like two completely different punishment. Oh, you gotta shave your head. Like, oh my god, that's abusive. Or cut off your fingers. Like, what? That's two. Like, who decides which one of these? Like, that's okay.
The
That's
Brahmins,
extreme.
the
It's
Brahmins.
like, oh, we're either gonna give you a fine or burn you alive. Like, that's too. Like, they're not even comparable. Like, they're not even at the same level. How is that? Yeah. Who wrote this
It's
stuff?
completely Brahminical. The Brahmin is completely. I mean, they decide the Brahmin men. They decided everything, and this.
Hmm.
I mean, this is just one thing. Like there are several other verses. Like there's a verse in Garuda Purana which says like if someone, I mean, usually a man gets oral sex done to him, then he will go to hell, which is full of semen, and he will drown in semen, bringing
Whoa.
and as soon as he dies in that hell, he will be reborn again and drown again in semen.
In semen?
Where are they getting all this?
It's the hell in Hinduism, okay? It's the
The
hell.
hell?
It's one of the hells in Hinduism. It's
Hindus,
just an ocean of semen.
Hindus hell. I mean, that shit is great for your skin, I heard. So I don't know.
That's just some bullshit that men say. It's not real.
But wait, okay. So the first one was lesbians get, flogged, right? And then the second one was lesbians again. The second one was
Yeah,
lesbians.
yeah. It was
Lesbians
a
would
older
get
woman with a younger woman.
shaved your head or cut fingers off. And this last one was men who commit gay sex. Is that like oral gay sex? That was the third one.
I mean, anyone,
Get
any
drowned.
man who gets oral blowjob, who gets a blowjob.
Any man who gets a blowjob from
Yeah,
anybody.
by a man
So
or
this,
woman. Doesn't
so
matter.
this is adultery. Okay, gets drowned in semen. Okay, I mean technically, if I'm being drowned, I don't really care what. I mean, the fact that I'm being drowned seems to be the main concern rather than what I'm being drowned in. Isn't that? I don't understand. Like these people must have been so disgusted by semen. They were like, "You're being drowned in semen." Like, like that is the highlight for them. Not not the drowning. What?
There are also verses in there where it says like, throwing your semen anywhere outside a woman's vagina is punishable. I mean, they even have a term for anything outside a woman's vagina.
Yeah, that's
These
not
people.
that uncommon.
Mm. Yeah, it says in the Old Testament as well. Didn't somebody get killed for actually like coming on the ground, and God was like, "Yeah, we're not. That's not allowed."
I mean,
Right?
in Hinduism, it's like completely. There are verses which contradicts these verses because there are stories where gods do these things.
Right.
Like, yeah, there was a story where like Vishnu and Shiva, the two of the top deities in Hinduism, they're two of the three top deities in Hinduism, and there was this time when Vishnu turned into a woman, and Shiva got really attracted to that form, and so he asked Vishnu that, "Hey, will you turn into that woman again? I want to see it for myself." And he turned it again, and, yes, and Shiva's wife was feeling so embarrassed that she hanged her head or something because she
What
saw
the
her.
hell?
This took so many different twists and turns.
Wait,
Also,
who was telling Shiva that this is like a Black Mirror episode where two friends, like one of them turns into a girl and they become so attracted to each other? I like, can you go back to being a girl? You were so hot. I want to fuck
No,
you.
this is like literally the plot of an anime. There's a whole sub-genre of gender bender animes that people are like very
yeah.
Isn't
Susanna,
this
the
pro
first
trans?
character.
Actually, wait. Okay, so who got attracted to who when they turned into a woman? Shiva turned into a woman. Who was attracted to him?
No, Vishnu turned into a woman, and she got attracted to her.
Oh, okay. And then somebody commit suicide because they were embarrassed.
She was his wife because she thought my husband's chasing a man who turned into a woman.
Sure, like this is too messed up. I can't take this anymore. Wow.
And
holy man.
Vishnu's
What?
female form and Shiva even had a child who is worshipped to this day.
Oh, what the-
Interesting.
Wait, can this be seen like as pro trans or the suicide makes this not?
Yeah, there are pro-trans versus in Hinduism. I will admit there are gods who just change their sex very often, whenever they want and stuff. Even like many heroes and gods in Hindu mythology have changed their sexes and some things.
Why
like
are these not turned into Hollywood movies? Like this shit needs to be turned at least into some form of anime or something.
This is
You know,
prime anime material.
they have an anime for Ramayana, but it's not like that.
I need
detailed.
like another like a one, not one that make for the kids that like make cute and stuff for the kids to learn about Hinduism. I want like some dark shit, like some like turn the Hindu gods into like all the brutality and of it, like visually show all of that. I want like when Ganesh head's being cut off, like show all of that, and then he goes and takes an elephant and cuts his head off. Like that's some dark shit that would sell. I mean, if it's technically true to the books, the Hindus can't even get mad at that because like, well, this is in the books, right? But you could get a lot of. Think about it. You have like 1 billion people that believe in this shit. If you turn isn't that going to be profitable, or is it too scary to touch because you might offend an army of people that will come after you? Like I don't know. But I think like this is an opportunity that a lot of people. I mean, I would go watch that.
Yeah, when decriminalizing homosexuality, I mean, the lawyer who was who was against that stuff in the penal code, he literally said he literally, I think, quoted some of the verses from Hinduism and said, "Yes, see, the religion is not has versus supporting it, so you should decriminalize homosexuality already."
But by the way, we guys look at what we're doing. We turned into a suicide story into like, and talking like, yeah, like we're like, oh, forget, like who cares about the student who killed herself?
No.
Like,
well, I care.
No, like we're like, where's the movies and the anime? Like we completely got distracted.
Oh yeah, I wanted to mention another thing. So there's another thing in Hinduism, like the 5 products of cow, and there are verses in Hinduism which say that if a man engages in homosexual activity, he should eat this thing, the mixture of these 5 products, which are cow urine, cow dung, milk, and ghee and curd, which are basically dairy products.
Mhm.
So he has to eat the mixture of these 5 to purify him.
So on Facebook, Jason is saying about the girl that it was a girl. Yes, it was a girl, right? Whatever. I don't care. The student that committed suicide, Jason is saying she made her own decision, be it lucid or not. Stop blaming other people for shit you do. So So she's saying that it's her fault that she committed suicide.
Yeah,
Don't
it's
blame
it's
other
a thing
people.
in India. Like whoever commits suicide are blamed. Almost always blamed. They're termed as selfish and stuff, and like it's so like it's. I mean, anyone who commits suicide was obviously going through mental trauma and everything, and I just feel sorry for them, and that the society just blames the victims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, do we even need to point out why Jason is wrong? I mean, it's so obvious. I just wanted to read because that was the top comment. It's a top comment not because people like it. It's a top comment because of all the angry reaction that it got.
Yeah.
Torsten is saying
Conversion therapy is completely bogus. It's not scientifically founded, and I think it's frankly like a violation of human rights. Like, it's not a pathology, it's not something that needs to be fixed, and it causes serious harm to the people who are forced to go through this. There's some people who choose it voluntarily as adults, and even that I think is harmful and should probably not be allowed because it's not based in reality. But that's a whole different subject.
Tristan is saying, I would donate my organs first before I commit suicide. There are people suffering and waiting for organs. I would not be so selfish to waste my organs if I wanted to die anyways. These people have
What?
weird takes on this. Okay.
What are you supposed to do? Go like let a hospital know beforehand? Like, oh, I'm gonna what?
I mean, you're talking about somebody that is so mentally in such a situation that it just wants to quit, and these are not so weird. So weird people think like this. Like, yeah, this person is experiencing some traumatic experiences and they need help. And you have like some standards that doesn't apply to the conditions that they're in. It's just so weird. I don't know. Like you don't understand how tough it could be for some people.
I mean,
And
it's
yeah, go ahead.
it's really tough. I mean, in India, because okay, so comparing to the West, in West, I mean, yes, there are conservative places, but many parts in the Western countries are like accepting by now of homosexuality and even transgender people in many places. But in India, like the wider society is still homophobic and transphobic, and people are like pressured from their families to get cured and stuff because they will lose reputation in the society, and they just don't want to do that. And children, when they hear that their family cares more about their reputation in the freaking society than their children, it's it causes them even more mental pressure and stuff. And
Yeah, I mean, imagine if you born in a society and everybody and everything seems to be against you and hate you for who you are, and then you're like, fuck this shit, I'm out, fuck all of you, fuck everything, fuck the world, and you're like, oh, do you mind contributing something to the world before you leave? Like, no, this is my fuck you to the world. What are you talking about, right? So like, they're not. Yeah. By the way, I hope I
I
didn't
don't
say
even
anything.
necessarily think it's a fuck you. I mean, as someone who has
Right.
survived a suicide attempt, like, it's typically because that person's brain is in such a chemically unbalanced state that they literally believe that there is no other way to achieve relief from the hell that is inside their head besides this one option.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, it's different from every person, right? Like,
Yeah.
All right. So, wow, Shubham, your background again. You seem like you're in an airport, but it's fine because that was our last news.
okay,
Um,
okay. I think I should point this out, the perspective of the Hindu nationalist on the topic of homosexuality, because I
okay, go
think
ahead.
we
Yes,
okay.
yes, yes.
So I mean, when it was like being debated in the Supreme Court if homosexuality should be decriminalized or not, there was a high-ranking official from the RSS, which is like an organization, a very Hindu nationalist organization in India. I often compare them to the KKK, but I think yeah, I would compare them to the KKK. But yeah, so what they were saying was like, okay, so homosexuality should not be illegal, but it is still unnatural, and it is still like not good and everything, but it should not be illegal. Like it should not be a criminal offense.
That's what the BJP said. The Hindu nationalists saying. Okay.
Yeah, that's what
You're
one
just being an
one.
anti-Hindu bigot, Shubham. You're being an anti-Hindu bigot. That's just admit it. Just admit it, okay? Just accept that.
I
right.
am a communist spy. Okay, I'm a communist spy here to spread leftist propaganda.
Yes, you're. Yeah. All right, guys. That was it. Susanna, did you want to add anything?
No.
Good. Good. Okay, this is fun. Thank you guys in the live chat. Thank you to John, AKL, Adam, Jeffrey on Facebook, Hot Shutter 3000, Angel Rose, everybody else. Thank you. Make sure you subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe. Hit the like button, like it's Quran 434, and all the other things. Hit the notification bell. I mean, seriously, what the hell are you doing if you're not subscribed to our YouTube channel? Like, what the fuck? Like, seriously, why? Just if you don't want to subscribe, just explain in the comments. See, I'm tricking you because I'm just trying to make you leave a comment.
Now you're just telling on yourself, Armin.
Okay, sorry.
You fucked up your plan.
Yeah, if you hate us, just let us know why our channel is bad. I hate that. Okay, I hate that. It's so horrible. Just comment. Just let us know. Yeah. Okay. All right. Love you guys. Bye, and see you again next week. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.